right, so last thing I think we talked about was we were sending the engine to Joe's, so we dropped that off. He's going to be doing the machine work. So we had to clearance the bottom of the cylinders. We'll show you all that later when we go pick that stuff up. So that had to be done. Cut the rod at the top and do a couple of things, balance everything. But right now I'm getting all this other stuff ready, so when the engine comes back, we can put it all back together pretty quick. So I don't know if you guys ever used one of these. This thing works great on or off the block, on the engine itself or off with the heads off. Pretty simple to use. So you set this thing up where you need it. Okay, get the angle right with that. So you basically turn that down till it sets down flat, square with it. Give it about 3/4 of a turn. Give it a pop. That'll let go of the little locks. And what I do when it's like this is I just put a little piece of towel. Set a piece of towel down there like that, just to keep the valve up. But it really doesn't go anywhere because it can't go in place, so not like it's going to drop into the engine. All right. Turn that down. You can see the lock. There we go. Once it pops, once you pop it like that, it goes right off. So you'll be able to take the locks out. And really nice because it gives you a lot of room to play in here. Where some of them they're really tight. There's no room. So just back it back off. All the way up like that. The nice part about this tool is, watch this. You don't have to go all the way up. You just slide it over. Take that one out. You'll slide the new one on. Go a little bit higher like that. And go right down, back on. Tighten it down. Lock it back in. And then you just slide over and do the other one. So you could do two without having to unbolt this. This bolts right down onto the stock. You could buy where it'll bolt onto the stock location. This is a Jesel rocker system. It bolts right onto that. So I don't know if you guys need that, but it's an SC100. Okay? So that's how that's done. Just gonna pop that off. Got brand new springs. Although it probably didn't need springs, but I'm not taking no chances. It's apart now. It's easier to do this now than wait till something breaks. Okay, so we check these all the time. There's still no problem with them. Literally nothing. We still had all the pressure we needed. They all came into spec. So I checked them. We have a tool to check them too. It's a spring checker. So after every race or so, when we do a valve check the pressure on the springs. All right, so I'm gonna go through this and change this one. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's back together. So basically that's what I'm doing today is I'm changing all the springs on both heads. I'm gonna clean both of the heads up. And start cleaning up some parts, get all this glue and stuff, all the silicone off of everything today. Get everything ready. We've got a new belt, right? Again, stuff is stupid, crazy expensive. So we got a new Jesel belt. Got new belts for the drive, all new gaskets, everything's here, Jesel, diamond, piston, all that stuff. Okay, so we got the Jesel belt, new belt in there. As far as the belt goes, you guys need to change the belt. They recommend every season, so don't skimp on that. It's not a time of change. This one still looked good. When we went into the rocks, I think what happened was I got a rock caught right in there. I pulled it out. It was like a little pebble went right through the whole thing. You could see it on both sides right there. You can probably see right through it. Nope. Where'd it go? Right there. That little mark went right through. So, change the stuff. Got the injectors all cleaned, ready to go. seal for the front cam, gaskets for the oil pump pickup. All right, just make sure you got everything that you need. New valve cover gaskets, head gaskets, rear main seal, okay? So once everything's cleaned up and ready to go, hopefully we'll get this, the block and rotating assembly back. He's balancing it, obviously. And we'll put it all back together. All right, so I'm gonna set the camera up over here. I'm gonna finish putting all this stuff using the tool, finish the rest of this one, swap over to the other head, and then I'm gonna put this on a time lapse real quick so just so you can see how cool it is to just put it all together real fast. All right, so we got the heads, valve springs all changed over. That tool works great, like I told you. I had struggle with one, but I just realized that the tool wasn't centered. You just got to make sure that it's centered over, you know, the actual valve. But other than that, that's cool. All the springs came out good. We'll hold on to the old springs for a little while, make sure we don't need nothing. You know, probably end up just putting them online and selling them. I'm sure somebody could use them. They weren't abused, so they're still good for a lower horsepower deal. Probably no problem. But anyway, next thing we're gonna do is just clean everything up, put everything, get ready for the actual engine to get put back together and assembled. All right. All right. So another thing, intake manifold gasket, right? Use a nice clean razor blade to clean them off. I know a lot of these guys use those Scotch-Brite things to grind them off, but then you dig into the aluminum. I don't want to do any of that stuff, so I never did. So these look good. Everything looks nice. I'm just going to finish scraping all this stuff off. I use a little bit of weather stripping cement or whatever, little cement to put them on. Basically to hold them in place so they don't move around once you set them. And then you put the intake down on them. So I'm going to scrape all this stuff off. Got a case of brake cleaner. Going to clean all that off. Go wipe them all down. Make sure there's nothing weird going on. But clean all this stuff off. Blow them all off. Make sure they're nice and clean. Ready for reassembly. So these are the AFR, the Renegade or whatever they call them. Renegade 220s. They obviously work really well. They were ported. Mike Stark out of Indiana ported them for me after I got them, and he installed all the valves and set everything up for it for boost. You can look him up on Facebook. Nice, cool guy. Went out there and met him years ago when I had this done for my other set of heads, actually, first. So we sent the 289 heads out to him and got a lot more power out of them. You gotta remember, technology's come a long way, so even though you had stuff done years ago, when they redo them now, a lot more things going on. So, but he did these for us also. All right, so let me finish cleaning these up and we will get them ready. All right, so one thing while I got this thing apart, I've been meaning to do this since I got this thing. Right after I put it together, right away, these black oxide ones start turning rusty. I hate that. So I went and got stainless steel ones. Make it look a lot nicer. I like the bling Okay. I think my ride's honking outside. I gotta go pick up more of these. I just want to make sure these are gonna be the right ones. I'm gonna go pick up the rest of them. That'll look a lot nicer. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, so unreal. I want you guys to leave a comment if you think this is nuts, but prices of stuff are crazy. So I'm buying these little bolts, right? See how small they are? They're metric. I had to go to 2 different stores because they only come 10 to a pack. So I got, this guy only had 6, 12 bucks. And then I bought 12 more. Price is even different. Another $24. Unreal. And you guys want to build a race car. This is getting ridiculous, man. Let me know what you think about them deals. All right, so we're gonna finish taking off these, the rest of these. Put the new ones on it. If I could find the Allen key that I was using to do it. Here we go. No. All right, let me find the Allen key. Lost another one. All right, well, look at that. What a difference. I guess it's worth a couple of dollars to make it look pretty. I just hate it, I hate having this mess here looking rusty. It's crazy. So all right, let me finish putting the rest of these on. Definitely looks better with the chrome ones, stainless steel ones. So finish putting these on. I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished up. Okay, that looks nice, much better. Now I gotta get some glue because when I cleaned the manifold off, the sticker came off. I gotta put that back on. But we good. All right, nice sheet metal intake. The billet block's gonna get a billet intake. So, all right, well, I got everything cleaned off, timing cover cleaned off. I'm gonna clean this balancer off real quick. Everything else is done, ready to go. All these other parts are all cleaned. I'm gonna change the seal in that. And the seal in this. So there's a seal here and a seal there. So those are getting changed. Balancer's getting cleaned up. And that should be under that. So this, these black marks coming off, but they are from the belt slapping against this. So what I did was, this is the belt. What I did was I got a thinner, so instead of a 6-rib belt, right, I got one that's a little thinner, and it won't hit this anymore, so we don't have to worry about this. Because remember, there's little magnets in here. These are flying magnets that are built into this dampener. Keep it timed. We don't want nothing interfering with that. All right, so I'm gonna finish cleaning that thing up.
All right, we're getting this all cleaned up.
Get all this
Scraping all the silicone off of it.
I don't know if I showed them that. I think I did last time. So this is the screen, right? And these are those little trap doors I was talking about. I don't know if you could see them in there. See it? Look.
Yep. Yeah, you can.
So they're actually rubber.
So when the car goes forward and everything sloshes backwards, those doors close, and then keeps the oil, everything in the front.
Right, so when you hit the brakes, it
And-
keeps oil down in there,
Yeah,
so you won't lose oil pressure.
both ways.
I'll tell you, these pans with the kick out and stuff on them, they make a big difference. You might think I'm crazy, but so back in the day when I did, I've been using these guys. I built that other one. The 289 had a regular, let's just call it a regular pan on it. It was a deep sump pan, but I'm not gonna say whose it was. So it's a regular pan, good pan, no problem. I put one of these on it, the one that's on the car now with the kick out. It's basically the exact same pan on a 289.
Yeah.
Exact same deal looking thing. They went to the rubber. The other one had little metal flaps, like little metal on a little hinge. 0.2 faster. No other, just 0.2 faster. And that one had the stock front end on it, and it's got a hole here where
Yep.
the tie rod, the center link goes actually
it.
through the pan, which is crazy. But it's like like a super stock deal they made for super stock, where you had to have the Mustang had a stock front end on it, and the actual, it's on the car now. It's got an oval hole right here, and it goes right through it.
See if I can show
0.2. 0.2. That's a big difference. And steady oil pressure the whole time. Like this one, and this car is making 60, right? 50.
What?
Like,
Oil pressure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
55, 60.
Yeah,
the
like
whole
60.
pass,
Yeah.
you know,
I'll show you the other one, what the other one looks like with the hole real quick.
we're done. This is clean. Now we're on a waiting game. Waiting for the machine shop. Hopefully in the next couple of days we'll have that motor back. And I can start filing the rings. So he's gonna hone it.
Did you get the new ring filer?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got the new stone for the ring. I got everything. I'm just waiting for we're gonna wait now. Everything's all clean, ain't even nothing else to clean. I cleaned everything today.
Okay.
Went through a whole case of brake cleaner. Cleaned
Yeah.
everything. So
Empty. One left.
one can, end up cleaning the block with that probably. So I'll get another I'll buy another case actually, so. All right, and that's the end of that. All the parts are ready for assembly. Valve cover gaskets, trim them back, they're all cleaned up. Everything's laid out, ready to go. Cleaned all the brackets, Pro Charger's all ready to go. Clean the
Mid plate.
the front
Well,
plate,
front
mid
plate.
plate's in the car.
Right.
Clean the front plate, all the heads are done. Those are all gone through. I checked all the rollers on everything. Everything's all good. I changed the intake manifold. That thing looks sweet now with them things on the top of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bain Racing. Bain Racing. Awesome. Thank you, boys. Well, we're down under. Got everything else ready to go, so
Belts, everything's good.
ready. Waiting game. All right. Next video will be picking the block up and rotating assembly and then putting it all together. We'll do the filing of the rings, fit everything, check clearances again before we put it back together. Put it all back together, put it in the car. We got to go racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments about what I was talking about before with the prices of crap going crazy, but talk to you soon.